everybody, welcome to the CR podcast. We're live. I'm Incognesto, aka Cole Cash. You can find me on Twitter at Incognesto. We got
Yo, what up? It's Jeff. KingCrux, basically everywhere. KingCrux, Instagram, KingCrux, Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, KingCrux TV. And yeah, find me.
go for it, Geno.
aka Uncle Geno, aka Don't Follow Me on anything. And yeah, if
Yeah,
you follow me, I block you.
essentially, what we're gonna start today. It's this first initial podcast. We'll be talking about just Westworld today and basically who we are, what we plan to do, and let's see anything going on this week for you guys that or last week. Basically, we're on a Monday, so like anything from movies, hardware. Jeff, KingCrux.
What's it called? I recently picked up a new capture card. It's pretty dope. Picked it up on Amazon. It's like a little HDMI device you plug into your computer. And I'd show you, but it's actually directing my camera right now. So, yeah.
You're actually using it now.
Yeah, I'm using it.
What was that model number? Or model?
It's called the Rie, RIIAI, and then YK752 or something like that. Check it out on Amazon. Put a link in below.
What kind of camera do you got hooked up?
I have the Sony A6500. It's a pretty dope camera. A little on the expensive side, but pretty good audio or pretty good video quality, right?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. What about you, Gino? Anything like hardware related that you want to get? I know you started your drone. How's that going?
Yeah, I've just been trying to not crash my drone again. I got the Mavic Air, but yeah, I'm like super paranoid and scared to fly it just because I don't want to lose it or
Hey, dude.
damage it.
That dude crashing his drone into the lake messed you up, though.
Yeah, so yeah, I was at Pinna Lake, the local lake around here, and pretty much saw him just fly it straight into the lake. He was wearing his the Google or the goggles.
PS goggles, yeah.
Yeah, so like I just hear him, like I just hear a big splash, just, and then all of a sudden, like 2 seconds later, he's like, "What the fuck?" And then like I look over, I'm like, "Hey," and I see just like the ripples come out. I was like, "Damn!" He's like, "Hey, did you see where that drone landed?" I was like,
Oh, dude.
Wait,
Dude, like a
doesn't
second
it have
ago.
that kind of detection though? Like, if it's gonna
That-
impact anything?
It was a Mavic Pro, so I don't know. Yeah, I think he said that right before it crashed, he saw it like flip upside down, so he thinks he hit a bird or something.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was thinking it might be like lagging because it's still kind of like a residential area over there, and like there's a bunch of Wi-Fi. So maybe there was like interference, and they're like fucking just
Man,
lost
that's
connection
a
or
pro,
something.
Though. That's like what, 3 miles?
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
be able to go like 3 miles.
I didn't even hear it. Like I saw the guy with the goggles on, and I was like looking around, like trying to see where the drone was, and I didn't hear it at all. I just heard it right before it crashed. It was like,
Did you take your drone off? You're like, okay, never mind. Let's go.
yeah.
I'm not flying near water anymore.
I thought about it. I was gonna bring it that day, and then I was talking to my coworker about how like I was paranoid to fly into the lake, and then just when we're just having that conversation, it just happened.
He called me like right after. He's like, "Hey, dude, guess what?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, dude.
He told me about it. I'm like, "Damn, it's gonna make you so paranoid." We're
Yeah.
not
Dude,
gonna
yeah,
like,
that fucked me up.
fly.
I was paranoid already as it is, but yeah, no.
I think a lot of people, like Ellery, he has his. Remember how he crashed his at the beach? Like
He crashed
hit,
it?
hit a tree, and that was the day before they were going on a trip.
Oh.
Yeah, so they had to take it in, so they couldn't do anything. But yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
That's
I
a
got
lot of
no
money.
hardware lately. I got like nothing. Been on
No
trying to
hardware?
look for budget hardware for shit.
Check out that capture card.
Oh man, yeah, that capture card it's pretty tempting.
I mean, it's working pretty well right now, right?
No, it's
Looks
pretty
pretty
good.
Cool.
What are any TV shows you guys looking forward to, or like want to catch up on? Like I'm looking looking into. You guys ever heard of Preacher?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So second season, I could finally see it on Hulu. So like the first season I went through, second season like I can't wait to start. Just can't start it yet because I'm waiting for someone to come back home. And,
I've seen the
Oh,
first couple
gotcha.
episodes. That show's dope.
right?
Is
Yeah.
it crazy violent or is it Preacher?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it
Pretty
pretty
is it crazy
violent.
violent?
Yeah.
Because I think I've seen like an online like the title and it was like bloody or something like that. I'm not
Yeah,
sure if it's the same thing, but
Seth
it's on
Rogen
AMC.
helped. Yeah,
oh,
AMC.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen helped produce it, so he's one of the
Mhm.
main guys producing the film, and it's based off a comic book.
oh,
Yeah.
check it out.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for Game of Thrones to come back. Game of Thrones is like that's my show. I binge watch like so many like YouTube reviews and like YouTube theories and everything. I'm trying not to get into the spoilers that much, but like every video I come across is like spoiler driven
I don't
in
think
terms
you
of like
can get
production.
spoiled. Oh, for production.
Yeah, production. So like they're like, oh, we saw like this actor over here and this area is like known as like King's Landing or like like Winterfell or something like that.
Dude, you have
So I'm
another
like,
year, man.
I know.
You need to
It
start
is like a year.
detoxing off it, and then once it comes, you'll be like blasé, like I don't care if it leaves.
You
Just
know,
prepare
I
yourself because
think
that's the last
I
season.
think Westworld might be able to fill that void a little bit just because it's back. But I don't know, like there's something about Game of Thrones that like Westworld is sick, but in its own right, but it doesn't have like that lore behind it. It has like
Oh,
past movies, but like how Game of Thrones has that like that background where it has like the previous seasons, the previous books, and like kind of like prequels and stuff like that.
oh yeah,
I think that's
definitely.
why that show is just so like developed.
Dude,
Yeah.
I just saw actually on Instagram like some guy. It was like his cell phone video, but I don't know if there's a trailer out, but Venom, and
Oh, what?
you see him transform his develop. We are Venom, like dude. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like
see
I
if I can find.
hated that about the trailer. They didn't show anything.
Yeah,
Just showed Tom
nothing at all.
Hardy just running around as Eddie Brock.
Oh, I gotta show you. I was gonna show you guys earlier, but I forgot until now. But dude, it looks fucking like true to form, like Venom.
Yeah, speaking of Marvel, man, Infinity War, like this.
Oh wait.
Ready? I like it.
Oh shit!
But I don't know
Man.
what that's
Is that
from,
like
but
fan art or is that actually something?
it looks like his. So I have to watch it like a few times.
Oh,
Can you hear it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
dude?
Shit, and he does that. We are Venom, because he always
Yeah.
speaks in like in
The
third person, but I don't know what you call that when you speak in us.
the what do you call that?
You know,
Fifth?
As a collective, I don't know.
Yeah.
hive mind,
We.
hive mind voice. But yeah, Infinity War. You guys gonna try to see it?
Fuck
Friday?
yeah! Oh my
Yeah,
god,
dude.
I've been waiting for this fucking movie forever.
Are you gonna bring your dog?
I was thinking about it, but nah, I'll just wear a shirt. Just
Or
wear a shirt.
wear an Iron Man helmet.
Oh man,
No, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's
I can't
like-
wait.
huge, man.
That's it.
I don't think it's gonna
It's Friday.
fail at all. Like the way all the other movies have been going. Like man, that just shows that Infinity War might be like one of the best. Might be like I was saying earlier, just like trying
Yeah.
to fit everybody into it.
Yeah,
Like the
That's a
easiest way
top-notch,
out is
like,
like kill
cast.
everybody in the beginning.
yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I feel like definitely by the end of this movie, like a lot of people are gonna be dead, and then they might. I'm thinking. So here's my prediction: a lot of the main like Avengers are gonna be dead, like just gone. Like
Captain America,
definitely Captain America, definitely Iron Man.
Tony Stark, yeah.
Like even maybe Black Panther, maybe like a lot of the Wakandans are gonna fucking go and shit, and then possibly I don't know if anybody said that anything about Adam Warlock, but they haven't.
Because
He hasn't-
Guardians
yeah.
show the preview of Warlock or Adam. as they
Yeah.
called him.
Yeah.
Because he did he have
But that'd be
control of
sick
the
to like,
gauntlet at one point? He did, right?
yeah. But
Or
that's
he's
like
going to.
way after the fact, like way
Way
after the the Infinity Gauntlet story, or like the end of it, basically, right?
Yeah,
Spoiler alert on that.
yeah, but I feel like they don't even follow too much of the comic
No,
books
yeah.
anymore. Like none of that really
But yeah,
matters.
I mean, that'd be sick to see him, like, at least being mentioned or something, you know, like at the very end, just allude to his like arrival.
But he's gonna be
Yeah.
dope too. He's gonna be like those one aliens. It's all gold,
All gold, yeah.
perfect being. Like, it's gonna be sick.
We're actually getting a lot of movies this year, right? Ant-Man and
Yeah.
Wasp too.
What's
Oh, that
Deadpool's
Deadpool?
coming out too.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Didn't they
Oh
put
yeah,
Deadpool's coming out soon
yeah.
as
They
well?
just had the final trailer release.
Yeah, me and Jeff
It
were
was
talking about that. Like,
Yeah, we were,
so
dude.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Pump
My
the
favorite
brakes,
part is the one.
Thanos.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when he's blocking the bullets.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's what
and
Jeff was
it's a
talking about.
yeah,
Dude.
it's a parody of the
Wolverine
Wolverine.
Origins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like this time he doesn't get all the bullets; he just gets shot a bunch of times. That's fucking funny.
Oh man.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
perfect casting for that, man.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't like recast because like because of the Wolverine's like origins.
Yeah, but it was him that actually
Yeah,
wanted
he's
to
the one
film
who
it
like
when he
yeah,
tweeted
definitely.
about it. And like, yeah, they just did it really did him really dirty in the Wolverine Logan, the Wolverine
Dude.
not Logan, but Wolverine Origins movie. How they made him
The origins, right?
weird,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck? What the hell? How can you take away the mouth of the merc with a mouth? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Who the fuck is directing that shit? That's
seriously.
writing. But yeah, you guys playing any games or anything that you guys are into? You guys are
I haven't.
big gamers
Yeah,
or anything?
I haven't
I
gotten
haven't
into
gamed
games
in a
in a while.
Yeah.
Actually, the kind of games I've been getting into, you know, when you go to Best Buy or like GameStop or something, they have like the sample or like the demo games,
Oh yeah.
and they have like the Trials Fusion run or whatever. I downloaded one of those games, all random.
Really?
Yeah,
That's right. You guys got
so I've been,
Xbox still, right? On
yeah.
Xbox you downloaded?
There was like a free, you know, like the games of gold, you get free games, and there was one of them on there. I was like, oh fuck yeah! I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's doing the job
Nice.
right now in
Um,
terms of gaming.
yeah, I think I'm stuck on PS4 Monster Hunter, which is like just a good waste of time, but it's getting ridiculous. I need to stop.
I never really like got into those like long form like role playing games like that.
But yeah, it's so you guys all watch Westworld, right? Yesterday? Did you guys watch it
Yeah.
once, twice? How'd you guys?
I tried to watch it again
How did
because
you guys,
the
like,
first time
absorb it?
I felt like I needed to watch it first, and then the second time for like bits and pieces
it-
to like really put it together.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
just watched it like 1.5 times. I would say
Yeah,
didn't have it.
yeah, 1.5.
because I got antsy, and then like we're at the community, and then like I was just watching on my phone, like couldn't hear anything out, so I had the subtitles on there, so I was like getting all the dialogue, but then like I stopped halfway through, and then watched the whole thing at home. But
That's better.
So
It's
it,
kind of hard
yeah.
to absorb.
so what do you think about that opening scene with is it Arnold or Bernard?
Well, Bernard now, since Arnold's
Bernard,
Bernard.
Was that Arnold or Bernard talking to Dolores? Because I feel like that opening scene was like previous days.
I think like we call him Bernard now, since Arnold's pretty much. Let's say Arnold is a human,
Yeah.
so that predates, and then say
Oh, yeah,
Bernard
yeah,
is
uh-huh.
like the host. Guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
go
that
for
has
it.
to be
What do
Arnold.
you think about like them finding Bernard with fucking Tibbs? Tibbs is alive. Like the guy that
S-
found him.
Is it Tibbs or Chubbs? Was it what's his name?
It's
Chubbs?
Tibbs. It's
Tibbs?
Tibbs. Something Tibbs.
Oh yeah,
He
Yeah,
got
Stubbs.
he got taken down.
Stubbs.
Stubbs. That's the guy.
Yeah, because the last time we saw him, like he got like kidnapped by
Yeah.
like those Indian-looking
The
dudes,
Ghost
right?
Nation, right?
Go-
Ghost
yeah,
Nation?
yeah.
Nation, yeah.
Yeah. He like got taken down by one of them.
But then
I don't know.
Is that that's the same guy or the same tribe that like Dolores took down in that, like when they cut that dude's like brain out, his like
Yeah, I think it's the same
his,
tribe.
It is
okay.
the same tribe. Yeah. And then, yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, it started like that, and then it like panned out, right? So it showed
Yeah.
all of like Delos or hired security or whoever they are.
Yeah, like the rescue team or something like that.
Yeah. But it
Right.
shows Bernard. What's crazy though is Bernard, because it fucks with me now because I guess this is present, right? So we gotta
Yeah.
assume this is present
So
because
the different timelines, because
yeah, because
they're everywhere. Yeah.
season one totally like messed with us, like PTSD. Like, how do I know this is like the past?
Yeah,
How
which
do I know
yeah,
this is...
Yeah,
which one are
time
you?
period? Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all somewhat different.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess we're assuming this is the present. Like, this is now. This is what they're finding, kind of thing. So
When they find him on the beach.
yeah, when they find him on the beach.
So that's present day.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're assuming. That's what like
Supposedly, I think it was
That's
like
what we're assuming. Yeah.
it was 11 days after that
After
massacre.
yeah.
Yeah. After
Because,
11
yeah, he was doing it
days.
because he was doing the walkthrough or whatever,
That's right.
and then they saw all the like the maggot filled like corpses, and then they found Ford all like
Okay, so
Oh no,
if
that's after though. That's
So
like
Bernard's-
first on the beach. Yeah, go for it.
yeah, so Bernard's first, like when we find him, that's 11 days after the massacre. So that's, I guess, present day.
Okay.
So when Bernard and what's her name? Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Not
Yeah.
Oh.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, Charlotte. The Valkyrie.
yeah.
So like, that's like right after, right? Right after the massacre.
That's right after.
Yeah,
the
because it
massacre.
was yeah, that's right.
Because that's two different timelines.
Yeah.
One when Bernard's with the the rescue team people or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
so we
one
don't know
with
what happened.
Charlotte.
We don't know what happened to Bernard between that time when he was with Charlotte and when they found him on the beach. So that's pretty much what probably season 2 is going to cover.
Yeah. Yeah, like when they start, they introduce a new character. I feel.
Yeah.
That, like replaces Charlotte from Delos. It's a bald guy named Carl, who's like
Yeah.
part of Delos and here with the cleanup crew. I'm gonna freaking. I need to know what happened, so we
Yeah.
need to tell our investors, and then like Stubbs, like hella vouches for Bernard. Like, this guy.
Yeah.
Is a
He's
the
human.
boss,
Like, you
and,
guys
like,
don't need to
yeah.
like, check him. Or
Yeah, because that one chick that told him to put your hands up or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like she even found that card that said like, oh, like this person's
yeah.
like critical.
But we don't know what those
thing.
cards
Yeah.
mean yet, though.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Like
that's true.
if
Yeah.
if they mean like
If those are hosts or if that's the
Yeah.
workers or
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. And like I feel like I've seen her in somewhere else too, but I don't
She was
think
in-
she's
she
like
was
a
in Get Out.
non-character. Oh, is
that's
she?
what I heard.
oh
yeah,
that,
she
yeah
was in
that's,
Get
that's
Out.
right. I don't remember which character she
Yeah,
was,
but they're like going through the beach, and then they're
Then that's when I guess they're Bernard and that one tall dude. What's his name? The
Carl. Carl. or
Carl. So
something.
Bernard and Carl are walking, and they walk up to the Ghost Nation tribesman
Oh,
person.
That's when they cut out his
Right.
brain.
Dude,
and
that
they-
was
they
crazy.
scan it. That was
That's right.
tight. Yeah.
That was,
And then
that was
they
crazy.
expose the
Oh.
maze, so we could assume
Uh-huh.
anybody that has the maze has that mentality. Like,
Mhm.
Oh, really?
sentient. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's what
they're,
Ford talked about. Like,
they're like prone to the consciousness.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've been programmed this. What Arnold was trying to do in the beginning, like show all the hosts like how to like think for themselves, and like because it's a maze. And what he said before, it's not a maze to get out of.
Yeah.
It's like more of a maze to get in and figure out.
Uh-huh.
Like
Self actualization,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
like-
in the middle.
This whole season, because last season it was the maze, right?
Mhm.
This season is actually called the door,
Ah,
right?
I see.
and
Like,
like
how to get out.
yeah, how to get out.
Oh,
right?
that's what the
But
Man in
same-
Black's supposed to do.
Yeah, but essentially, if you think about it, it's also for the humans. Like, get out, like the door. There's the door.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah.
find the door to get out. That's a trip.
Yeah, we could go down. Let's see.
I want to
So-
talk about Bernard. Like that fool
Yeah.
trips me out. Cause
Bernard
they-
/ Arnold, or just Bernard.
well, so okay, here's the thing that trips me out the most. When they went to Charlotte's like secret lair, it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, just scan your DNA. It's all good. Like, and then it scanned his DNA, and I was like, what
It's
the
real,
fuck?
right?
Like, yeah, like is he part? You know what I mean? Like host, part human? Like,
Yo, but remember, later on in that scene, they were saying that are they extracting DNA from people?
oh
Remember that
shit.
when they were like
Okay,
sucking the fucking whatever like
I think,
juices out of the brain or whatever,
yeah.
because they
yeah.
were like
Oh
extracting
shit.
But they
DNA,
were
and then
doing
when
that for Delos,
yeah,
because basically they couldn't take anything out of the park. It was supposed to stay in there per rules, but
hmm
Delos is extracting its own DNA outside of the park for them to use, like maybe for cloning,
but is it
maybe
That's
to
DNA?
yeah,
make
It's
their own
maybe.
it's
host
DNA
outside
of
of the
the
park.
guests, right?
No, the hosts. Those are all hosts. Remember when Bernard got the fluid? It was clear. So, because
Right.
whatever
Yeah,
the hosts see, they see
yeah,
everything. So
yeah.
it also, when they see everything, they also learn from it, and then it kind of, like, I don't know, the DNA that they have could be used outside. You ever seen altered carbon? I feel like this is
No.
a prelude, because altered carbon is basically that you take your consciousness and, like, say your body withers away, and you put it
Yeah.
into a new fresh body.
Yeah. They
Uh,
have that same concept in Black Mirror.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically Black Mirror. Like, what I feel like Delos is taking all the information, sneaking it out because legally they can't, because it also has to stay in the park because of morality or whatever.
Yeah, one of the
yeah.
theories I saw was that the whole like one of the main or one of the things that they're trying to do is sell sell it to rich people to so that they can essentially live forever and their
Yeah,
conscious consciousness lives forever.
altered
Inside
So
of
that's what
carbon.
they're
like a
selling.
host body.
Is that what they're yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
huh.
and then the further what was it Arnold mentioned that he's like hosts are not just hosts; they're the
Yeah.
next step in evolution. That's what
Yeah,
he
dude.
believes, and
It's like we're done. Like we're
that's why he
done.
set that narrative in Dolores to kill him, because he wanted to. He's like, okay, if they show that a host actually killed a person, they're never gonna open this park.
Yeah.
That's why he set up Dolores to fucking mass murder everybody. But Arnold was like, Ford was like, I don't
Or
know, I need to keep going, kind of thing. And he realizes that later in the season one, like,
Yeah.
oh, he was right. Like, this is wrong. Like, we
Yeah.
need to like keep going. But
And
yeah.
then William, the man in black, sees this too. He's like,
Oh
"Oh, I'm gonna
shit.
fucking
dude.
throw all my money at this," because he gets
Yeah.
all into
Yeah.
it.
Dude, you see a smile at the end of season one. As soon as like
Yeah.
he sees the host and shoots, he just has this like demented smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that interaction with Ford or young Ford and
Oh,
the
that was
Men
a
in
trip
Black.
too.
Yeah.
Because
He's
yeah,
all like,
that's
"You're in my game now" or some shit. Like,
it's like pretty much when he like that whole consciousness thing. He didn't. His body died. His body
yeah.
was killed off, but he's probably still alive in some form.
Oh yeah, because he says
Cause
Yeah.
that. What does he say?
he said
That
something about like Mozart and
they
all
didn't die.
them.
They just
Like,
became music.
they just became
Became the
music.
Yeah.
music. Well, he's became his work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like that where, but I think in his, to him it's like actually him.
Right.
Not he's not music. It's like, oh, like I'm
Oh
still
yeah. He says Mozart,
a
Beethoven,
thinking.
and Chopin never died because they simply became their music, which basically like I
That's
never
cool.
died.
Yeah.
I'm just this is me now. Everything that you
Yeah.
see, like
That's sick.
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
What else about like Bernard? What else like trips you out about him? I kind of feel like I'm not sure which way he's gonna go, like because right now he's helping like humans essentially, but then like he's a host,
Yep. He doesn't
so
know
like
who
what
he is.
he's
Well,
like
it's a mind fuck because he just finds out he's a host,
yeah
right? And
yeah
he
Yeah.
gets a weird verification on the door, like, oh shit, I'm still human,
Yeah.
but I'm a host. Like,
Yeah. So he just
struggle.
doesn't know.
do you think like Charlotte or what's her name, Charlotte
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie,
Mm-hmm.
do you think she knows that he's a host?
I don't
No,
think she does. Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
maybe she's starting to suspect. I don't know.
But no, because then, well, because remember when he like started tripping out, he started feeling like it's all his function, and then he like had to
And then she went to go change, and he went.
shoot himself
Yeah.
up with the brain fluid.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
about to blow up. You see the pad? I kind of paused it. It's like failure, 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 and
Mhm.
it was like,
Yeah.
and he was about to like go overload.
He's about to
Yeah.
die,
Yeah,
basically.
he was
Yeah.
gonna. That's why he freaking
So
shot his
earlier,
own self.
earlier when they were caught up inside of the barn with like the other guests or whatever, the Delos stakeholders or whatever, they
Yeah.
were stuck, and he had that like he got like pushed over, and then like he fell over into that.
Oh
When
yeah, and he
he
started
came out,
leaking.
he started leaking.
Leaking,
Is that
yeah.
that's probably the same shit then, right?
Yeah, it's the
That-
same like clear
that
fluid
jizz
that's in
coming out
their
of his ear.
brain or something like that.
You know,
No,
I
yeah, I was
started
like, ew.
I started thinking about that a little too much. I was like, okay, like they're hosts, they're like androids and stuff. So like, how do they keep themselves like charged?
They get
You know how
maintenance every day. Remember
like-
those
Yeah.
guys in there?
Yeah, but like if they get maintenance when the whole park was running, how do they stay maintained when there's they killed off everybody?
Oh, that's
Basically.
right.
Oh yeah, maybe that's like
They never mentioned
Why
like a
he does
power
that.
source. It's just
Yeah, like a
him
power
going.
source or something.
Mhm.
Feels like it's just him going.
Because like they would need to charge or to
yeah. So I guess that fluid might be some like a
Yeah,
part of
maybe.
that.
Yeah.
Like it's a life source for them. Like they can't eat or anything, but they need that to like
Yeah.
sustain
Our
themselves.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's weird because remember Bernard wasn't created normally. Bernard was created by Ford in the underground facility.
Oh
Remember?
yeah.
Oh
they don't
yeah.
have the
Had that
Bernards.
little house of his old house and how he's a child. Then there's
Yeah.
a door. That door led down to another, like the basement
Oh yeah.
of
Uh-huh.
multiple freaking Bernards.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
that's where he was making his own host.
Oh yeah.
So he's special. So there must have been something that he was like putting with Bernard that had
Mhm.
like human DNA.
Mm.
Like that was
And it could have been
different than the host.
and it could have been Arnold's DNA
Yeah, it
too.
could have been Arnold's.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's nobody. Yeah.
I remember like seeing a video somewhere saying that like I think his full name's like Arnold Weber is like a
It's a,
jumbled up version of Bernard
Bernard.
Lowe.
yeah.
Oh
Like, if
yeah,
you take-
yeah.
if
They
you
can
take the
anagram
words-
it. You just like
Yeah.
Anagram. That's what it's
yeah,
called.
That's-
yeah.
yeah.
If you, it's all the
Freaking-
same, all the same
freaking
letters.
Weber.
But like Robert Ford, so his buddy Ford. I don't think Anthony Hopkins is coming back. I think he made a public statement saying he wasn't. I think that was it for him, but I feel like he's still gonna be in the show. But like you said,
Like in,
his consciousness is
Voice,
probably in
his
another
Yeah.
host.
consciousness, yeah.
yeah, his voice or like flashbacks or something.
Yeah, and then who else we got? We got Lee Sizemore, that guy that made
Oh, yeah.
storylines, that punk.
Yeah,
ass.
with Maeve.
Yeah. Oh, Maeve is
Yeah.
a whole other thing, though.
Dude,
Dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's,
feel like-
she's dope, dude.
Yeah. I feel like Maeve, compared to Dolores, Maeve has reached like independency. Like she's sentient because she had a narrative by Ford. Like, I want you. This is your story. Your story is like you think you know everything, and then you're gonna get out into the world because I want you to like go into society. But she said, nah, man. Like, I have a child. It's like fuck your narrative,
Yeah.
Ford. I'm gonna do my own thing. So I feel like she's the only one that broke the narrative and then has their own person because Dolores is still doing what Arnold started, and what Ford wants is to just like kill and destroy the park kind of thing. But Maeve is like, she kind of like, no, I know what I want. I'm gonna do this. I don't care what my story says and shit.
Yeah, but how do you know that's not her narrative too?
That's true.
Yeah.
No,
Cause-
well, like they
cause-
show it on this. They show it on the thing. I guess, like, yeah, but that was
'Cause, like-
his whole thing.
Yeah, she doesn't have. I mean, what else is motivating her besides her daughter? Like I have a daughter, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like she has a one-track mind. She's like, I need to go to my daughter. Like everything I'm gonna do is to go see her. Like that, and it's kind of like she's not leaving the park, but she's going more into it maybe to find her.
Yeah, which is cool because we get to see.
Is that
everything.
drive? Is that
Yeah.
drive because of like love for her child? Because I've
Or
started
is
to
it
see
a
that
narrative?
too. or a narrative because um, Dolores and Teddy, well, Teddy or Ted or whatever, he's not like fully there yet. He's just kind of going on with Dolores, but
Yeah.
Dolores is like, oh, we're gonna be together, this stuff, and like basically follow me, and he's
Yeah.
not at that level yet. So I don't know, like, is it
Yeah.
like attraction of love, or is that just like a
She's a
storyline?
puppy.
Dude,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Also, Maeve has like, she's like an administrator now. Like, she can control
yeah.
other
everything.
hosts.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a lot
Yeah.
stronger than Dolores, I feel.
I
Yeah.
kind of can't wait until like Maeve and Dolores like meet
Meet up.
meet it again, like because like
Mm.
Dolores told her like they slipped by the first season they slipped by each other and they were like, oh, like these violent delights have violent ends,
Yeah.
and then that's what kind of
I
like
think that's the
tipped
last
off.
time we've seen them together too.
Yeah, yeah, and it like
Right?
tipped off Maeve a little bit. Like I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
No, that took her. That was like a code word, and then took
Yeah. I
her
feel like
on
that.
that her own
Uh,
storyline.
it like
mm,
woke her up a little bit. Like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
hmm.
yeah, that's
That
what
it'll be
started her on
interesting
that path.
when they come back together. It'd be
Yeah,
sick to see.
yeah, right. And like, who's gonna be the bad guy? I feel like what's her name? Dolores is the antagonist now. Like she's just like this
Hmm.
crazy like badass.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, it depends on which way you look at it. Like, if you look at it through a human's perspective,
Yeah,
then she'll be like, the antagonist. But
yeah.
if you look at it through like the host perspective, like she's kind of like
Dude, she
is
got
the
god.
antagonist
She
or
has a god
protagonist.
complex though when she
Yeah.
hugged
Yeah.
those people. She's like,
Oh,
remember?
That
She
was
has that
fucking
god.
nuts.
That's like, I feel like
that's
she's
crazy.
Ford because Ford had that same god complex. Like he created a backdoor to all the hosts. He like,
Mhm.
I reformed this land the way I want. So I feel like Dolores is pretty much like what Arnold started, but what Ford is molding for what he wants for the park. Like Dolores is probably Ford. I'm like,
Yeah. She's
I'm
almost
the show.
not like she's sentient and all that stuff, but she's still kind of following a narrative
Yeah,
because yeah,
She's
she
like
has the
stuck on her old narrative, right?
yeah she's the I saw a video on analysis, but like the way she would talk to Teddy, she would have like the sweet accent and stuff,
yeah, yeah,
like, and then when she would talk to the humans, she would be like straight up like fuck you guys.
yeah.
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
I'm
It's
God,
like
dude.
it's like the way you talk, like we talk to each other, and then we go and talk to our parents, like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you just turn into a different person, kind of,
And then like they
just to be
switched it with
polite with her.
like the Man in Black, William. Now he like which whatever you think it like he is somebody to root for now. Like we hated him season one. It's like damn
Dude,
this guy's
yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna be fucking
yeah.
an
sick
asshole. Like
this season.
yeah,
Like,
Damn, like the tables like turned this season, huh?
yeah,
mhm.
yeah. All
Because
the
like
roles changed, right?
yeah,
It's
you
like
were like
Game of
rooting
Thrones.
for Dolores and all this stuff, right? And then now you're kind of like, what the hell is she doing? And then
Yeah,
like
right.
Men in Black, you're like, what the fuck is this dude doing? And all of a
Dude,
sudden now you're
so
like, hey, this dude's gonna
yeah,
be sick.
he has 30 years of experience in the
Yeah, ready
park,
to go.
ready
Yeah,
to go, and like, yeah, he was all pumped too. He's like,
yeah.
fuck it, this is what I wanted.
He's straight
Like,
ready for it.
yeah,
Oh
dude,
man, Ed
like, oh
Harris,
shit,
man, that guy's such a good actor.
what was he in again? What else was he in?
He was he's in a lot of them. There's one where like he was
Yeah,
the U.S. president, and like yeah, he's in a lot of movies. I can't think of him now, but
yeah,
all
I remember seeing him a bunch.
yeah,
But yeah, he's definitely gonna be a sick character this season. But oh, fucking oh, what's up, Jay? We're actually we're doing the episode right now.
No.
Oh, there he is. What up?
Yeah. Um, no, so how Bernard, going back to Bernard, how he like uplink. He said that all the hosts are connected in order to find like the Abernathy.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
But what I was hearing was saying that like you know how they're all connected or whatever. And how at the end like they went to that the flooded where all the hosts were like all gathered, and he said like he's like, oh, there was they were saying that he was saying either I killed them or he killed them.
Wait, who? Ford?
For no, Bernard at the
Oh,
end.
Bernard. Bernard said I killed them.
oh
Is
yeah,
it
at the
I
end.
or
Yeah,
He
he?
said he said I killed them. Yeah.
Okay. So the and then what I heard on like another like analysis video was saying that when he uploaded the link, he gave them a message to meet at this spot.
Really?
Water there.
I don't.
He didn't know it was flooded.
But
That's what they said, but I don't know.
I don't
'Cause-
remember that. Like for them, like unless they leaked it from the next one because, huh? That would
Because he
make
could have
sense.
sent like a secret message,
Yeah.
or I don't know. Because Teddy was out. That was Teddy, right?
Oh,
that
that was
he was
Teddy?
drowned.
That was Teddy, like
I couldn't
floating.
tell.
You know how it
Yeah.
like there's a dude floating and then
Yeah.
it goes underwater and the you see the camera in the face. That's Teddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Teddy.
So something told
Yeah.
all the hosts,
To go
and
to that
it
one
kind of
point.
makes sense. Yeah, because it kind of makes sense too. Because like he was kind of still under some like control.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I think people with the maze, right, like in
Mhm.
their brain, or
Yeah.
like under the scalp, those guys are the
Yeah.
ones that are like under, like Ford's narrative. People like Teddy probably doesn't have that. Like who's
Oh.
like yeah. So, but
All right.
yeah,
So then
I
why?
noticed
Okay. Why is Dolores offering all kinds of hosts? Because you know, remember they went up to the tribes person, right? And they cut off his head, or cut
Oh
off,
yeah,
they
huh?
scalped him. They scalped him, and then like they watched the video over, and it's Dolores saying like she
Oh,
said
that's
something
right.
like not all
Maybe
hosts
she.
are meant to go beyond
Yeah.
or something like that. I
Yeah.
actually wrote that down because I heard it twice in this episode. Beyond
That's
the
right.
Valley.
That's right.
Dolores says Beyond the Valley, I think twice, and then that little stable boy dude,
Hmm.
like that they like beat up.
They're
He was
probably
like, oh,
filtering them, maybe.
I don't know,
Beyond
but
the place is probably the outside world.
Beyond the Valley.
Oh, going back to the beginning though, you know, we talked about a little bit like where this location is, where Westworld is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My theory, since they showed all the soldiers there, right? They're like
yeah,
Yeah.
more English.
The Chinese soldiers and stuff.
Yeah, show
they're,
the Chinese
they're
soldiers.
Asian, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And then he was like, you know, just go away. And like the guy was saying something in Chinese to him. He's like, just don't worry about it. We'll handle it. I
Mhm.
feel like places where this could happen would be China, and China's freaking huge. China's
Yeah.
almost as bigger than the U.S. So then there's so much land there. I feel like Westworld is in China because free, like whatever, you could throw money at them and then they could do whatever you
Yeah.
want. So I feel like that's where it is. Like
He said something
one
along the lines
section-
of like we bought this piece of land or whatever from
Yeah.
you or whatever.
So I feel like they bought it and it's in China and military says, okay, if anything happens, Chinese military comes in. It's like, why would Chinese military come anywhere in the U.S. or anywhere else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
that
feel
alluded
like
a little bit to where
Yeah.
they're at.
I don't know. I still think the film theory, yeah, is
Is
sort of
underwater.
correct. Yeah,
I feel like
maybe
it's
like maybe off the coast
maybe
like,
Chinese
underwater.
He
Water.
could, yeah.
because
Probably.
like the reason why is because you know when Maeve went out, she tried to escape the first time in season 1. It says I'll escape to the mainland, and when you think of mainland, do you think of like you know
with the
like-
train.
yeah, and then like they call everything like ports, like inside of the website or whatever it says that everything is like a port, so kind of like sea terms
Yeah.
or like you know ocean terms. So like maybe it is like near Asia or like China, and then like just off the coast because like they said
Right.
like the weather never changes in Westworld. It's like constant, so they have to be
Yeah.
able to control that climate and control that environment.
That's right.
So like possibly it might be over there, but like, maybe submerged.
Maybe
And like
it
how
might be like Chinese Sea. Like,
yeah, and then that water
Pacific.
that new lake
Body of
or
water.
ocean that just showed up out of nowhere, you know, because that's what Ford was
Yeah.
making. So maybe he just let in a little bit more water from the outside. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know.
We'll-
It's more like a quick recap because people say Westworld season 1 was mostly like because they changed a lot of things I heard. So it's more of a prelude. And now season 2 is like where it actually like starts. With
Oh,
a lot
shit.
of things were like season 1 was the intro to like Westworld. Now season
Yeah.
2 is like where we fucking finally tell the story like it is. It's like
So, where the fuck did that tiger come from?
This is Park
In
6.
Park 6. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
There's 6
samurai
fucking
shit.
parks.
I don't
Yeah, and they're all, I guess they could be bordering each other, maybe.
Yeah.
And then maybe when they say like, oh, you can't leave, otherwise the host will explode or whatever. Maybe it's if they cross into another park, but they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're the
Yeah,
wrong
but you
theme.
know they're gonna come out with Samurai World, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
something
and
to
then
look for.
so did you see like the teaser at the end,
The
like
Shogun.
where they showed like Maeve as a fucking, she's like holding a sword
Yeah.
and shit, and then they show what's his face, William, like going like for a second visit, kind of like he looked way more like confident and like,
Oh yeah.
so that's what I think when Delos is taking over, like, or like, putting their money, or they're investing more into it probably.
It's probably now they're not gonna fuck with timelines. They probably know we're not as gullible anymore, so they're probably gonna keep it strict. Like this is back in the day now, so you
Yeah,
understand like what's now,
yeah,
what's later.
yeah. Hopefully,
But if there's
but
something,
I think the one that where we're gonna be a little, well, no, probably not so much. I was thinking like with Bernard and Flores, but never mind, because that's already, we know that's in the past.
oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that was before the park opened. And then, yeah, because he had her kill him well before the park opened.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's something I caught too late. I was like, oh shit.
Right? No, it's just
Yeah.
weird because you keep coming back and you're like, find something new. A lot
Mhm.
of things that like,
So this is our initial review.
yeah, initial review. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to Elsie.
I know, right?
Bernard's
Yeah,
assistant. Like nothing,
yeah,
because you don't. It's like Game of Thrones logic. If you don't see him die, they're probably not
right.
dead. It's like
Yeah.
Stubbs. We didn't see him die. We saw him
Yeah,
fall against the ghost guy, and he's alive. Right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So Elsie,
Elsie
I
might
don't
be
know.
alive.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
but I think
yeah.
that's all the characters. I still haven't figured out what happened to the Asian dude Felix. Remember that helped Maeve?
Oh
Oh
They
yeah.
showed
yeah.
him.
The workers.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
workers, because most of them are dead, but they never showed him, so he's probably not dead.
Oh, also, the flashback that Bernard had, those flashes,
Oh
like
In
where
the
yeah,
beginning.
you see Abernathy, you see the like the skull, like the host being built, the skull,
Hmm.
and then oh, and he was holding the gun, and he was blasting people in the control room, or
oh
probably
yeah,
the control room. Yeah, so that's probably they're gonna peel that back,
yeah.
the
That's
episode
from
that
like,
was there.
but in between the massacre and the wake up.
Yeah, in that 11 days or whatever.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
However
They're working their
much
way
time.
backwards. Like they
Yeah,
start from the beginning. What was that movie before? Where the guy was he had tattoos on himself, and then he like the whole movie kind of like worked in reverse, like him finding out. I totally forgot now, but
Hmm.
Memento.
Memento. Yeah,
Uh,
that's the one.
I never, but I know I've heard that
Yeah,
storyline before.
yeah. And it's J.J. Abrams, so you know he's
Uh-huh.
gonna put some raw shit or like some of the bad robot type movies into this thing. But yeah, I think that's pretty much like for a quick review. We could go more in depth later.
Yeah, I still want to watch it again just to see if I could catch anything else, or
Yeah,
like
right.
fucking, or comprehend more things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do
And
it.
get the timelines a little more in
It's
line
so
because
dense. This
it is.
show's so dense.
yeah,
You know, one of the things it has to do with Westworld, but I kind of noticed I went from like loving a show that's like like The Walking Dead, where the I don't say the enemy of the show is kind of like just zombies, like brainless, like
And then it turns into something
cannibals.
else. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
And then now like I like this show, and then it's like super intelligent, like androids versus humans, as opposed to zombies versus humans.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Sci-fi, man, definitely. It's like Black Mirror stuff. Where Black Mirror you get little bits and pieces, and this one is like you get continuity. You got everything like starting over
Yeah.
from where you left off.
hmm
Yeah, man, it just keeps you like hooked. Can't wait like for the rest of the season.
yeah.
So what do you think? Start of the second season, Geno. You think it started good?
Um,
You think it's a good opener for the first episode?
yeah. I'm definitely hooked, just
Definitely.
because there's so many unanswered questions that you just. I mean, if from the end of the first season, it's just like fuck, like I need more. I need more
Right.
answers.
Yeah.
Right. What about
Yeah.
you, KingCrux? Oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh, so no, I want to check out the movie, see how that like
Oh, the
the 1973
original
movie.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should find it and watch it and see. I don't know if there's any sort of like hints you
I
can
saw
get
it and I
from.
feel like it's like watching an
He's-
old episode of like Lost in Space or something. Like
Oh,
it's
really?
Oh, is
it's
it?
like that old, you know what I mean?
Is it like cheesy though? Like
It kind of looks like it. I haven't seen it. It shows all the basic concepts, but
shit, but
yeah.
yeah,
We'll see. We'll try to find it and watch an episode of it and be like,
And
okay,
give a
just-
review on that.
yeah.
have a comparison.
So,
What about you, KingCrux? What do you think about the start of the season?
I like it. It does have a lot of unanswered questions. I do agree with that. But if it's anything like the first season, those questions will be answered. But also, I'm hoping at the end we'll want more. So right now, I give it A+.
Cool. Yeah, I thought the same. I think like first season wrapped up really well, left a lot of plot holes and storylines. Like what happened to Bernard, what happened to Arnold, who's this, and like coming into this season, it's like shit. It's almost like we're starting fresh, and then they're
Yeah.
building from there.
It's a new storyline.
Yeah, because everybody has
Yeah.
different storylines. Like I'm really interested in Maeve. I want to see Maeve like just fucking tour all the planets.
Yeah.
I want to see like Dolores just kill off this world. Like I want to see
Yeah.
the Man in Black William just like retaliate the way he's always dreamed.
Really play the game.
Yeah, right.
Like
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
I'm super stoked, super excited. But yeah, this ends our first episode of the Comfort Room, the CR. Join us
Welcome
again.
to the CR.
Signing out on Incognesto. Hit me up on Twitter at Incognesto.
KingCrux TV on YouTube, KingCrux on Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up.
Geno, Uncle Geno, don't follow me.
Alright, peace out, guys.
That's it.
See ya.
Right.